We are here, Therapy Without a Degree, chapter, I think this is chapter 270 or 271, something like that.
I thought we were in the 80s. I'm going to say that every episode.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 10 more than what
yeah, we were like 270, 271, something like that. I'm waiting to get into 300s.
Yeah, man, I've been waiting for that for a while now. Maybe we need to do like 5 episodes a day.
Right? We just got to, yo, don't tempt me with a good time, because you know I'm ready.
It's like a podcast marathon. Like, I'm so ready.
100%. So y'all already know we got Zane in the building over here. Zane.
How's it going, everybody?
He's back.
Yep.
You already know. We got me, Joe Fucarino's in the building. And then we got Jay. What up, Jay?
Yo, what up?
Yo, it's Jay. We got to get you a drop. Like, you need like a little button.
Hey, yo, it's Jay.
And then we got a very special guest in the building. Would you like to introduce yourself to everybody?
Hey, what's up? It's Dayanara Rodriguez. I also go by Chef Daya, for those who don't know me. And I'm excited to be here.
Oh, sweet.
What was the last thing you cooked?
The last thing I cooked, breakfast this morning.
So we're gonna ask you.
Yeah, I like it. Okay.
Detail.
You guys want details?
Yeah.
Recipes. You guys want the whole nine.
I wanted the whole nine. What is it? And it's okay if it was like simple. What was it?
What did I make? I made actually an avocado toast, but it was pretty fire.
Like so. I'm new to this avocado toast generation. So is there like different ways, or do you just take avocado, open it,
and mash it up,
and just mash it up and just spread it on toast? Is that all
I
it
get
is?
a little more into it. So I had like a 10 grain bread. Let's start there. Let's get a little exotic with that. Right. So it was like a 10 grain toast, and the avocado, I obviously removed it from the pit. I mashed it up. I put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of lime juice, fresh cilantro, salt, pepper, a little bit of Dijon, and voila. Nothing too crazy, but you know. And then on top, I chopped it all.
Jay said that's bougie.
Nothing too crazy. I like, you know.
Just out here just cooking and shoving it up.
Yeah, you know. So that was my breakfast. I try to stay pretty clean during the week and consistent. During the weekends, I like to like expand, and that's when I get creative in my creative zone. But
okay. Joe, you got competition because my man knows how to chef it up.
He's taking notes. He's like, I'm doing the avocado toast.
Right. 100%. He heard you and then he said, like, bet.
Nah, you know what's funny? I've been meaning to make some, but I haven't.
Oh, we gotta have a competition.
And I
would record it. I would make a whole spectacle of it. Actually,
I'm basic. He's just hyping it up.
He's like, you had me at that 10 grain toast.
Right.
I don't know about all that. I got the regular basic Italian over there.
We working with that.
Wait. Do you like lightly glaze the toast with like butter or olive oil?
When I toast it?
Yeah.
I just pop it in the toaster. I mean, my grilled cheese. Okay. I have that cheese pool. Oh man, is it like Kraft cheese, or do you like get like Gouda and like cheese? Come on, you know we do brie.
She's like, that's disrespectful,
right? Manchego. Come on, put some respect on my name.
Yeah, that sounds like never challenging a chef.
Yes,
in basic cooking. Got it.
Basic cooking 101.
But what y'all been up to, man? Zane, what you been doing? I feel like I have not seen you.
Yeah, I've been filming. Actually, this week I did a photo shoot with Rakim for a Vibe magazine shoot. Yeah, I know. There was a lot in one. Just because we get to the studios in New York and you just see like history on the wall. There's a giant, like there's a probably like at least, I want to say like the side of a building, like, and it was like a painting, a photography, like a photograph of like Ray Liotta, and it was I forgot what magazine it was, but like all the photographers in the building, and I'm there, and then I'm doing a photo shoot, like, oh, who's gonna be here? Rakim. It's like, oh man, that's crazy. I wonder who's gonna shoot him. I'm just like, that's me. It's me. And then the whole time I'm like taking the bus out there to go shoot him in the building, and I'm listening to his music as I'm like taking the bus out to New York City. It was just a lot that was going on. I felt like I was in like those movies and you start seeing the credits start rolling on the side of the screen. That's what it felt like. And I was like, where's the building? I'm in the building. Just huge building. So that one security guard with like super tech, like the way they had like the what you call it looked like I was walking into a CIA building. That's it.
They had that shit protected.
No, it was super protected. Like you had to like they actually press the button for you when you get in the elevator.
So you like had to be somebody to be there, right?
Yeah, you couldn't just randomly.
You
couldn't just randomly be there. It's like, who are you here for? What's your name? And then it's all right. And they look through the list, and you have to. Then they sign you in from there. Like you can't get through the front gate.
You official. Okay, okay.
It was pretty dope in there.
All right. A lot of people like the last episode you did. You and Javi.
Oh, we were talking about the body dysmorphia.
Yeah,
that was a major. No one really talks about it as much because a lot of people are talking about everything else. But like important things, like such as like you look in the mirror or just Instagram in general, and people don't like the way they look, so they stick to that filter to the point where it becomes their identity, 100%. and then when they look in the mirror, they don't like themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a cycle, and I feel like that needs to be addressed because we're pumping out social media with like no type of accountability. Like we keep promoting, but then these people are out here looking at themselves very differently, and there's no messages on like love yourself, be happy with what you are. Instead, we just keep pushing BBL posts and all that stuff. Not saying anything wrong with it, but it's just like I feel like we gotta address another issue, and this is not just for like just women, or it's also for men too. Like you look in the mirror, you might not like yourself. And then you start harming yourself, and then you start getting validated more and more with likes and views. More so with the views because people are watching it, sharing it. Maybe they're joking on you, or maybe they're encouraging it. You never know. But I just feel like we're responsible too.
Jay, do you think that's happening more or less now? Especially with I don't really be on TikTok. You've been more TikTok. Do you feel like that's happening nowadays more or less?
Definitely more. People are sharing that though. So we reached a more commutative base, I guess. We're all trying to relate in a way.
Relate with each other?
Yeah.
What you been up to? I know the last episode you weren't there. The audience was like, yo, where's Jay? What you been up to? What you been doing? Tell the audience.
Going to school.
School, chilling. Zane, what's that? He's like, yo, I sent him a couple pictures of the school. I was actually talking to you about it as well, yo. I was like, yo, we old, yo. It's been a long time since we
He's telling me, seeing pictures, and then I'm like, when did they add chickens to the school? We have chickens. It's like a chicken coop area, like a hen area at the school, at the high school. I'm saying, like, when did this happen? There's TVs everywhere. Like, they have smart boards. I was in school when it transitioned to chalk to markers. Now it's just a giant computer on the wall. Like, wow. No one talks about
Do they have every class like that?
Yeah, usually they have every
smart
class.
Boards?
Yeah.
I didn't, with the school I came from, I didn't have smart boards, but every student, which was a lot of kids, had an iPad.
Yeah, that's now common.
I also had a pet snake in my classroom, which was pretty cool. She let me hold it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fire.
We had a pet snake.
We did?
Yeah. We had like a Fusco's room.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, there was. Well, that was like I forgot, biology or whatever room. The science wing. They had like all the different animals, like the lizards, the snakes, and all that.
Y'all had lizards?
Yeah, and then some of the students had to take care of it for extra credit. Like if you took care.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, I was like, what?
That's dope.
Say no more. I I was like, who needs Clinton? That's how they got the students involved with extra credit.
Right.
That's how you got.
So Lodi got rid of them, and they got the chickens.
They got chickens instead, but somebody better get some extra credit though, cause
some way somehow.
Right, because chickens ain't easy to take care.
Oh God,
that's funny.
That shit was a long time ago though. That shit brought back a lot of memories being up in there.
So you guys went to school together?
Yeah, actually, all three of us. Lodi.
Went to Lodi High School.
Wow.
Well, mostly Lodi in general, just in the school system.
We gotta get Jose back on the show, man. We gotta get you back on there.
You want to come in?
She's like, put you on the spot right now.
Me right.
The lights are bothering my eyes.
The lights. Yeah, you gotta look.
Well, like
over
here, and it's like pointing straight.
It's right in your eyes, right?
You might have to be the shades person like me.
There we go.
I was gonna say, is that like part of like?
You got sunglasses?
That's how it started.
You wear shades on all the episodes?
When the light changed, then it was shades.
So now it's you. That's like your trademark.
It's my trademark.
It's like if he doesn't have shades, like what's wrong with him?
Exactly. People like, and then I used to have the orange hat or a hat on. So the hat and the glasses. So that was the automatic.
So do you have like the same shades, or every episode is like a different?
It's usually these shades and then it broke, but I had the shades that Joe had given me where it had like confetti on the white rim, and it was like blue around here. And I said, I'm gonna wear that for like the fun podcast. Anytime we hit like a solid number, I was like, yo, these shades are coming out.
That's dope.
Or an event, but typically this is like the identity.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I'm gonna need a pair of shades too, because with this, I feel like I'm in Hollywood right now.
Investigating.
Let's go.
Walking down the red carpet or something.
Oh yeah, you know what? That gives me an idea.
Right?
We should set up something.
Right?
We should do like a podcast event. Like, you know how like they have movie nights, like film festivals. We should have a podcast festival.
That'll be
just
lit.
people talking.
Right, just talk.
Just the whole entire time.
Everybody's just talking. Everybody's mic'd up, actually.
Right.
Have you done any podcasts yet, or is this the first one, or have you done a few shows?
This is my first one. But a little bit about myself, which is funny. When I was in high school, I had an internship with the local channel. So being in front of the cameras has become like natural for me. I actually started going to school for like journalism and whatnot, and I wanted to be a news anchor, which is so funny, which is completely different than what I'm doing now. Right. So I went first semester. It was a lot of politics, history, and it was not my cup of tea. So I was like, yeah, no, I don't think this is for me. The camera might be for me, but yeah, no, this is not my cup of tea. So I took a little break, went back. I graduated. I was psychology. Like, that was what I went into, and I completely deviated, and now kitchen is what I love to do. You know, it's my calling. It's my passion.
How did that happen?
I think from a young girl, I loved the kitchen. It was kind of my escape. When I was young, I would get rewarded with a cookbook.
Really?
I would do good in school, and I would get a cookbook. I was that kid that was like, I would come home, do my homework to watch the cooking channel. So I loved cooking, but it was, to me, a hobby. I never thought anything much of it. And as I grew, it's something that it was my therapy. I found an escape to it. It was art to me. I was able to escape. And now I've been in the industry about 8 years.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, this year I launched my catering business. So we do weddings, we do baby showers, anything you need, private.
Photographers.
We have it all. If you need private dinners, we cater to all services. So it's been a very, very eventful year for myself, and I'm super proud of the journey and the journey that's to come. And yeah, I just want to continue to showcase my art, my work, and keep growing from here. I think that's what it's all about, you know.
That is awesome. Like, how did you decide, like, hey, I'm gonna start my own like business? Like, when did
I think, honestly, so I was working for a lot of hotels, and right when the pandemic hit, I got laid off. So I think we could all say we got hit some way, somehow, with the pandemic, and everything was shut down. And a lot of my colleagues told me, I don't think there's gonna be another route for us, people that worked in the restaurant industry, because we went down bad.
Yeah.
So I was like, honestly, this is what I love to do. And a part of me was like, we have to come out of this some way, somehow. And I started doing the little meals at home, selling from home, little lunches. I started doing meal prep, getting kind of some type of exposure. And when things kind of started coming back up, I started like getting back into restaurants and things of that nature. And just up to like last year, I was working in a restaurant. And unfortunately, it is an industry that is very male dominated. So I would always get the heat that kind of I didn't belong. And I am a woman, as confident as I am. It does hurt to hear that what you love to do, you know, men don't see you shine in that light. So it was something that it always pushed me to excel and want to be better in my craft day by day. And in March, my brother, he has his own company. And in March, I said, you know what? I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to have my own. And I said, you know what? If you don't, I feel fear is what holds us back. And I said, if you don't go for it, who's going to do it for you?
Exactly.
You know? So one day I woke up, I said, I'm doing it. I'm opening my own business. And that's where we're at now.
And that was in 2020? Or
that was this year in March.
That was this year? Okay.
Yeah. This year I launched my business, Demi Cuisine. So the name kind of derives, I wanted something that had to do with my name. So my name, Dayanara, it's so hard. People, they cannot pronounce it.
I'm glad you said it again.
So I used to have like my Instagram was like creations by Chef Daya, but I'm like, I think that's a little basic. I want something a little more unique.
Right.
So where it came, Demi Cuisine, it's kind of, it has a fusion. I come from a Puerto Rican household, born and raised from that. And growing up, you know, the culture, the roots, I've always been very present when it comes to that. So I wanted something that incorporated like that Latin flavor into it. So Demi Cuisine kind of translate from Demi Cocina. So and
why not that name?
I didn't want something so generic. So I think the cuisine kind of gives it a little more flavor in a sense. So Demi Cocina, Demi Corazon. So my emblem, it's a pot, and when it boils, the steam is a heart.
Oh, sweet.
And it has the colors of the Puerto Rican flag. So I think all in the name, in the colors, in the message behind it, it's truly me. It's truly my roots. And I just hold so much pride in it and everything that I do, from the craft itself, from the work behind it, from the editing, everything. It's a process, it's a journey, but I take so much pride in it all, and I'm here for the whole journey, you know?
Now for you, would you say it's like therapeutic? Like you cooking?
100%. I do have a full-time job, and I sometimes come home from a long day, and my therapy is not sitting back with a glass of wine. It's getting in the kitchen.
Right.
Getting in the kitchen, zoning out, that's my therapy. I could be in the kitchen till 1 a.m. after a long day of work, and I feel at ease. I could have a stressful day, and I want to come back to the kitchen. I did last weekend I had a wedding.
Right.
And I was running on like no sleep. Got home from the wedding at about 11 o'clock at night. Got in the kitchen till 4 a.m. to wake up at 6 to do an event in Philly. Running on 2 hours of sleep.
So you just said, I got to do this.
But when I tell you, when it comes to what you're so passionate about,
right,
you're not even tired. I wasn't tired. You know, you tell me wake up run on 2 hours of sleep to go to office. Yeah, no. It's not happening.
Right.
It's not happening.
You get tired real quick. That's what happened to me. I only had I think 4 hours of sleep before that shoot. And then I didn't prep the day before. And I was just like,
a zombie.
I was a zombie. But I was so nervous, and my anxiety was going through the roof that I didn't even realize how tired I was. So I'm just going through the motion. So by the time I got there, he was late, so he didn't come on time. So I'm just waiting there, and I'm just like, I should have just fell asleep, to be honest. And then they were like showing me the place. I'm eating the food, and I'm just like, all right, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. I'm gonna be good. And it's all right. We gotta go downstairs and go get him. We all gotta go get him because I had to do like behind the scenes as well. So I'm catching him, getting out the car and whatnot. And it was just a rush. And then as soon as I got home, knocked out.
No, that's how it is. It's like at the moment your adrenaline is up here.
Right.
And once you get, I'm telling you, my ride back from Philly, driving there, I was pumped up. Yeah, we're going to work. Yeah. Drive back, I'm like, from, that battery
put in that work.
Right.
That battery was shut down.
Do you feel like you enjoy more cooking for yourself or more for others?
I think both, honestly. But I think where I pride myself the most is cooking for others, showcase my craft. I think it's important to really understand that what I do is not, obviously it is a business, right. But to me is art. To me is art. And I get lost in that. And a lot of people do. I think after the pandemic, a lot of people were looking for business to start, things to do. And I see a lot of people, they have like little side gigs or things of that nature. And a lot of people have started cooking. Right. And you ask them, you have experience? No, it was just a side hustle.
That's what I keep telling people. I'm like, you worry about the legalities after. Just
right.
Just pump out the content or the service.
Get out the food.
Just get the food out. You know?
A lot of people, it's a way to just honestly put money in their pocket. Right. And for myself, more than that, it's truly how I escape. And being able to showcase that with others, to me, that's my reward. That's my pay.
How do you know, as a chef, how do you know when you're done? Like with when it's done, like the food is done. Like I know you prepared for it. Do you prepare for it like the night before? Do you like test it out and then make it?
So when I am doing like a recipe that's new, because I'm all about diversity. Right. I mean, I'm not gonna stick to just one type of cuisine. Right. So I like to diversify my meals. If I get clients that are like, "Hey, can you do this?" and I've never done it, trial and error. I tried it a few times, and until I don't perfect it, where in my eyes it's perfect, I won't present that to you. I'm not going to say, okay, you want me to do this dish and I've never done it, but I'm going to wing it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, because I feel like there comes my representation. And I feel I'm so prideful to that I want to perfect that. And I feel like, granted, we're never going to be perfect. But in my craft that I pride so much, my biggest, what I put so much effort behind is showcasing something that honestly you're gonna be like, wow. And if I ever, truthfully, because if I ever do something and it's not my greatest work, again, it's trial and error. I take from that and I'm like, okay, why didn't this person get a wow? I want that wow. So I am super open to that constructive criticism. There's people that are like, will tell you just, no, your food is amazing, just to make you feel good. And right. I'm the type is like, I don't want that. I want the honesty because I want to be truthfully the best at my craft. And I say that, I like to brag on that.
That is funny because like I kind of correlate that with like photography or film. It's just like, oh, have you ever done a documentary or have you done an interview? And you're just like, I film. So whatever it is, I got to study. And then I'll come back to you and present it. And if you see that working, you're like, what? Like this right over there. Like that's one of my photos, right?
Oh, wow.
So like she said, I want to do a serial shoot, a serial killer shoot.
Oh, I thought that was a painting.
No.
Real human.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah, it was a dope shoot. And my best friend, she did the makeup. And it was so dope that we all collabed together. Like the model came up with the idea.
Wow, no, it's amazing.
And then and then my friend did the makeup, and then I did the shoot, and I said, "Oh, this is dope." The only thing that I picked of the cereal was the Fruit Loops. That was the only thing. That was
the best touch, though.
You see, it's just that in a sense to showcase that just everything. You need a team.
Right.
And it's just like, I feel like we want to grow and we want to like elevate ourselves from one day to another, but we don't understand that as much as we may have the talent and all, a team is what you need at the end of the day.
Right.
And a lot of people want to just focus on, I got the talent, I got the platform, I'm going to do this alone.
Right.
As much as we want to do that, it gets to a point you need a team. You need a photographer. You need, just like myself, I did a wedding, and in the midst of that, I'm trying to record. And it's highly impossible. It's a lot.
Right.
So, a team is, but you want to have a team that has that same flow, that same momentum as you, that same drive. I think that's so important, because to have a team that is just kind of like, I'm here for the money.
Who's your team though?
So my team, I've slowly been trying to like build it up.
Right.
I need a videographer, so if you know any.
I think I know a guy.
Yes, certainly. You know, I need, like, when I'm doing those flips, those fires, the flambés, the cheese pool, and all this stuff that my hand's a little occupied. I need somebody there, you know.
Oh, I'm that guy.
You know, and you know, and then you get rewarded with some food. So I mean, hey,
you had me at food.
You know, and hey, I'll give you more than an avocado toast.
Oh,
right?
Solid.
What when you're cooking for people, do you like notice? Because I was watching this podcast the other day. It's kind of funny that we scheduled this. It's like all perfect timing, right? I just got this cookbook from one of my like favorite like food scientist, researcher.
Sean?
Yeah, Sean. He dropped a cookbook, so I got it. And I've been like slowly cooking some stuff from it, and he, you know, one big thing that he was mentioning on there is how food brings people together and it brings family together. You know, especially like dinner time, and like he was like, you know, we're losing the importance of people sitting together when they eat, and everyone's sitting down at the table and having a dinner and having, you know, that family time. So for you, you know, going back from when you were, like you said, a little girl, getting the cookbook, how was it in your household? Were you guys all together as a family? You know, whoever you live with, were you guys eating together? Now, when you're doing like maybe catering and whatever you're doing with the business, do you feel like you notice that? Do you notice, you know, people maybe a little bit more that it helps them? Do you feel like they're more together as a family? Do you feel like they express themselves better when there's better food around? What's that experience with like the mental health and the food and family?
I think food definitely brings people together for sure. Growing up, my mom, she worked in the airport, so her hours always was late. But for the most part, dinner was always after my dad got home from work. My brother, my dad, us three, we would sit down. I think we do live on a time where it's so fast paced that a lot of people, you know, waiting to 5, 6 to sit with the family. I don't got time for that. I'm going to go run to McDonald's, get a burger. So I feel like we've adapted to that lifestyle. And unfortunately, going to what you pointed out on that healthy lifestyle, we've lacked that because people, they don't prioritize that time. And then going back to that time of sitting together as a family, we've lost that. You know, it has been lost. So yeah, food definitely plays a big role in coming together as a family, coming together, you know, just, I feel like dinner used to be that time when you would sit down. How was your day? Let's talk about what's going on in your head. And just like even on mental health, it was like a platform. It was an opportunity to talk. And I feel like now we're so consumed with everything around us, with whether it's your phone, everything that's going on, and that moment that I feel, you know, used to be so sacred. You sitting around a table, everyone is just eating, enjoying a meal freshly made by your mom, your dad. I feel like those are moments that I see kids growing up. They're like, my mom doesn't cook for me. Or I ate a frozen dinner, and it's like, wow, like it's like, that's crazy.
Yeah, because, you know, it is very easy. Like, I think about it all the time. Like, you know, me, I've recently transitioned from, I was eating out pretty much all my meals for a very, very long time. And now I've recently switched a lot of it to cooking because, you know, got to cook for me, got to cook for her. And it's like you start sometimes even doing the math. You're like, yo, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes eating out and this and cooking in, like, it's still nowadays, yo, because everything is so expensive.
Oh,
it's like around the same
It's around the
price.
same price.
Yeah. But I will say, when you cook, I mean, I would say for myself, I feel like you'd feel better.
Oh, 100%. I could completely enjoy it. But my thing is, like, when I started realizing, like, I was buying the other day, I bought some steaks for us, and I'm like doing the math. I'm like, oh, it's the same as going to Applebee's or whatever. I was like, but I enjoy the process. I love just being able to, cook for her.
You don't gotta wait for nobody.
Right. And you know, like I said, like, to me, it's therapeutic. It's a moment that, you know, you could get intimate, you could have fun, you could unwind. You know, when you sit down, honestly, you go to a restaurant, you're paying for a service. A lot of times, this food is just thrown in a plate. You don't know what they're putting in this food. And, you know, when you have the ability to come home, do a nice fresh meal, it's special. You know, it's special.
But it's so easy now for people to go the other way.
Oh, yeah.
Especially
100%.
with, like, you know, Uber Eats and all these different things. And
oh, my God.
people are losing that. And it's crazy because I do feel like there is a lot of, like, mental health benefits of being, you know, doing it all together. You know, 100%. Having, like you said, those meal times. Like, I put something on my IG the other day. I was like, yo, it's kind of like, it's weird. Like back in the day, you used to hear people like, "Oh no, I'm going to grandma's
or like
for dinner."
Sunday
like
dinner. That was
it was a thing, and obviously as we get older, a lot of our parents and stuff like that are passing away, or grandparents.
People are moving.
But it's like now we're that generation to set that up, to be like, "Yo, come to my house for dinner on fucking Thursday."
Right.
We have to keep that, and I think that's super important. That I think we're losing as we're getting older. Our generation and the ones a little older than us, I think, are not carrying that we all grew up on.
We're holding on. Like there's I have a friend that throws like friend giving stuff.
Right.
And I said that's probably the closest thing to
maybe like
family.
the only time that people like really gather up together.
Right. Eat together. Because you want to be there. Because most of the times people don't like to be at the table because family be overstepping their boundaries.
Yeah.
And you be like, I'm not trying to deal with this. So over years you start to fade and just disappear. But because you're with people that generally want to be together and joke around, they know each other's boundaries.
You make it happen.
Right. And you all have a good time while you're eating, which is great.
And hitting on that, like Friendsgiving, essentially everyone brings something. So everyone brings something. It gives you an opportunity to like, okay, hey, I've never cooked a day in my life, but hey, I'm gonna do a buffalo chicken dip. Hey, so you get a little bit into your creative.
Don't let it be the first time. Listen, anybody who brings food, don't let it be the first time you'll start cooking.
If it's your first time, don't come to my Friendsgiving.
Don't come to the
You throwing all the shade. If it's your first time, listen, stop at Wingstop or something. Play safe.
Please. And just repackage it and say you made
it. Make it look nice.
That's the worst. Nah, be real, man. Keep it in the bag.
It tastes like Wingstop.
It's like people, and it's crazy thing is like we have people in the 30s, 40s that they don't know how to cook. And they feel like ashamed to say, hey, like, I don't know how to cook. I've devoted my whole life to maybe working and buying food. My brother, he's in his 30s. He does not know how to cook. And it's just like my dad, my mom, myself, we all know how to cook. And he does not.
I feel like that's not even an excuse nowadays because you literally have YouTube. Like, you had to read a book.
Yeah.
You can watch YouTube.
I think you could build like a rocket.
You could build a rocket. You could build a lot more on YouTube than you think.
Yeah.
You deep dive a little much.
No,
YouTube.
and like TikTok is a thing now.
Yeah.
You go on TikTok and it's like the grinder sandwich, this, da, 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 da. It's like, all my feed is food.
You ever heard of a pink drink?
Yes, I have.
The special one from Starbucks.
What's the special pink drink? Enlighten me.
It's the pink drink. So you order it with no strawberries and light ice, and that's the special drink, and it tastes way different. Yeah, and it's found on TikTok. It was a TikTok video just kind of dropping.
Yeah,
gems.
they have like all these recipes. Is like if you want like a cinnamon bun, cappuccino, whatever macchiato, and then you pull up to Starbucks and they're like, we can't make that. They're
secret item stuff, and they're like,
nope, we're sold out. No.
We're not making that.
Yeah, no,
we mean not making it. You're Starbucks. You're supposed to make it.
Yeah.
We're not making it though.
So, what are some tips that you would give people that, like you just said, there's a lot of people in our generation that are not cooking or don't know how to cook, and what are some basic tips, like some fundamental things that people could try to start doing to start being able to cook?
I feel we went through a pandemic. And you would think in that time, people took that time to say, hey, we're locked in. We can't order food. We can't go to a restaurant. Let me learn how to cook.
No, they ordered.
And it's just like, not even in that time, but I feel like it is just like brushing your teeth. I mean, seriously, just like brushing your teeth is part of life. I feel like cooking is, and even like simple stuff. I mean, people don't need to jump to have like a Gordon Ramsay meal, but I feel like basic stuff. I feel like knowing how to like rice, veggies, meats, simple things, I think go a long way. And then if you
what's your top 5, putting you on the spot, what's your top 5 items that somebody has to know how to cook in their life? Top 5.
I hope I make it.
Top 5 things
top 5 dead or alive foods they gotta know how to make.
Rice. I think rice is so
okay.
No, I'm gonna.
He's a
loud ass
hold on. Let me say this: rice without a rice cooker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I put the pressure on you.
Yeah.
Because if you
use a rice cooker,
then
I don't know how to use a rice cooker.
So rice.
There's rice.
Rice.
Yeah.
Okay. Rice. I would say chicken. Okay, a little quote unquote cooking 101. have a thermometer. If your chicken is cooked at 165, boom, ding, you cooked it. So that's it. 165 and your chicken is
so chicken.
Okay. Rice, chicken, veggies. I think I'm giving you a plate right here. Rice, chicken, and veggies.
Sounds like a whole plate.
Right? I'm giving you a whole quick
100%.
plate. And then I feel like, you know what? I think it's super easy. Okay, I'm maybe being biased, but I think it's super easy. But people like always mess it up. Salmon.
Salmon's number 4.
I think it's super easy. You don't think so?
No,
people make it so dry. No.
Is it
quick.
dry or
you
it's rubbery?
I don't get it.
I had steak before that tastes like steak.
Oh no, my steak is.
It was so good. It melt. I said I never had. I became
steak.
a fan of salmon.
Okay. I think they're the 2 easiest things to cook: steak, salmon. You know, because one, you don't need 3 million seasonings, and that's the misconception. People think you need to season your food like you're seasoning, I don't know, jambalaya or something like that. But you know, steak, and I will say it. I know I'm gonna get heat for this. Salt, pepper.
You know,
Yeah,
right.
that's standard.
Right.
That's standard.
That's good.
Salt, pepper. Where you really are where you're gonna get the essence and everything brought out of that steak. My way to go is basting that steak.
What about the butter?
Yeah, basting it. So we're gonna baste that steak. You're gonna get some butter. You're gonna get some garlic. You're gonna get
hold
some.
on. They gotta pay you for a full recipe.
No.
I know, right? I'll give you my avocado toast
Yeah,
recipe.
I
I'm
was
giving a
taking
lie.
notes.
Like, come on.
Joe, why'd you stop it?
I was gonna have that for dinner tonight.
Nah. I got you. Make it money. Put your cash out.
But you know, it's like, I guess things. You know what I say? I feel like if
Put
you
the cash app right here for the full recipe book. We gotta make her an
You
ebook.
gotta follow my page, cash app, everything below.
Damn.
But I feel like, you know what it is? I feel when you have interest in something, you're gonna learn it, right?
Right.
I feel like, okay, my thing is if I want to learn how to make pasta and I like, let's say, Alfredo.
Right.
I'm gonna learn it. Maybe the first time it comes out bad, but like you said, we have YouTube, we have TikTok. I don't think there's a reason why nobody knows how to cook. Honestly, I think it's honestly people just being lazy. And if you really ask me, it's just because people sometimes tell me, Daya, I don't want to try it because what if I mess up?
You're gonna mess up.
You're gonna mess up, and that's just like with life. It's like you're gonna not the first time. Trial and error. That's all it's about.
You're gonna drop a few eggs.
Hold on. What's number 5 though?
That you need to know.
No, yeah, number 5. You got rice, chicken, veggies, salmon. Yeah, what's number 5?
Eggs.
If
you don't know how to do eggs, I think no, that has to be number 1. If you don't know how to do eggs, I think we just
all forms of eggs, whether it's scrambled, boiled.
I mean, can we all say we know how to do eggs?
Yeah, all know how to do it. But I did just learn a little
how to do
trick.
poached eggs.
No,
what's that?
I don't know how to do that.
He's like, he's like, all time.
I learned that you're supposed to put a little water, they say, in for scrambled eggs.
No.
To steam it?
No, just when you mixing it, to like add a little water.
No, I never.
Listen,
to make them a little more fluffy. I don't know.
No, you add the butter.
It said a little water.
You put a little butter.
Put a little butter to fluff it up.
Listen, we're gonna have an egg competition.
Oh, listen.
I haven't had dinner, so that could be, we gonna chef it up, see who makes the best eggs.
Listen, I watched Gordon Ramsay's a way of making eggs, and let me tell you, very effective.
Very
effective.
Very.
Let me tell you.
So, what is your favorite dish that you could say honestly, that's my go-to every time?
Did I make?
That you make or that you would like to learn?
Honestly, I think. Let me see. I mean, I do cook a good amount of stuff. My chicken parm.
Chicken parm.
But it depends though, because we go on desserts, we go on regular food. It all depends. Desserts is an icebox cake. It's really simple, but icebox cake for desserts. For regular food like chicken parm, probably make some really good chicken parm.
Okay.
But to eat, I'm simple. I like pizza.
Pizza?
I'm for me being I'm not like a foodie. People always think because I'm a big guy that I am, but I'm not. You know what I mean?
The stereotype, though.
But people always think
I'm the dude.
You're the foodie?
I'm the foodie. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. I
I'm
play no games with it.
pretty simple.
But are you open to trying new things, or you're like, hey, let's try bear today? Or you gonna be like,
oh, he's not that. He's not. No,
he's
I'll
not
think
the
about
adventurous one.
I've gotten better.
What's the craziest thing you've had?
crazy. Deer. Venison.
Deer. Oh my god.
What else? I don't know.
I feel like deer is like when you go adventurous, deer is like usually the first stop.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting better now, but I'm like a child.
It's like
a child. When
I usually get chicken tenders with French fries.
Yeah, I'm not that bad, but I'm close to being that bad.
Okay.
But I've gotten better as I've got older. You know, we had a little asparagus every once in a while. You know, little stuff like that.
Watch
Asparagus
out!
is
Watch
good.
out!
So
Okay. And
You know,
yourself?
me?
What's like? Yeah.
Cream de la
Crickets.
crème, quiche.
Quiche.
Yeah, so it depends on like what mood, like whatever version, but quiche.
That's your favorite?
That's my favorite dish
Okay,
that I
okay.
make. Yeah, because and here's the sad part. I can't do cheese.
Okay, you can't do cheese.
I can't do cheese, so I make a dish that's so good that
But you
everybody
can't.
can enjoy, but I have to wait.
That's ironic,
Yeah, it's the
right?
irony. The thing that I make the best, I cannot eat often.
Look at that. And
Interesting.
what is? I had it in my head. What is the craziest thing you've ate?
Eating? Oh man.
that one chip.
If
you
we want to
did
count
it?
that, you could put.
Was
that,
it really like hot?
Somebody died recently.
No way.
It was bad. Me and him did it right here.
I'm gonna tell you. Listen. You could even pull up the clip.
Really?
Listen,
Someone died?
if you're talking about
No
things to
way.
enjoy or things that I ate, that was crazy.
Crazy. Like, hey, I ate a
That's
deer.
probably
No. I ate like a. Let me see something exotic that you'd be like.
I've eaten.
I ate a
some-
human toe.
a human toe. A human. And did you live in Cali?
No.
Those restaurants with no
Jeffrey
windows.
Jeffrey Dahmer's
Dahmer.
everything.
You ever been to Dahmer's? No,
No,
I
I
haven't.
I do have a cousin. He eats like crickets, like frogs, like everything.
Oh.
Like
Alligator.
I've had alligator.
That
I've
was
had
different.
shark. I've had what else? Rabbit. Rabbit
might
tastes like chicken.
See, this is the
be- like a
thumb-
lot of
this is the
things too
thumbnail.
with chicken.
We did it. We almost died.
Oh my god.
So-
So what was the sensation? Was it like
was
burning?
numb.
Your mouth went numb? What was
Driveway. It was like a driveway. It was
It,
just
so it
tasted-
smelled. You said it smelled or tasted? It smelled like a driveway, like a fresh driveway, like they just was just paved
it? Oh,
out.
that's interesting.
That's what it smelled like. When
Okay.
you eat it, it's automatically like you know how things
He's
just
like,
like you were taken back.
it's like hold on. Like you know how things just get hot gradually.
Yeah, it was just.
It was just hot the entire time, and then you're like, okay, I'm
And
good.
you had all these layers when you had it.
Yeah, I was wearing a hoodie. I was wearing a hoodie. Yeah, every single I was. I actually
Yo,
was wearing a
he-
hoodie.
Oh, I gotta see
he
this.
started out. This is like,
Oh man, it was so bad.
yo, we
It
were
was
there.
so bad.
We were there for a good amount of time though. He started out with the hoodie.
And we did
Did
stop
you take?
recording.
You took off your hoodie.
No,
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 but
I
look,
took it off later.
he ended up being.
What were you guys drinking? Don't tell me it was water.
We had milk, but that didn't work.
Oh, cause milk. I mean, dairy.
I didn't
usually
have
help.
the milk. I didn't have the milk.
I had something. I don't remember. I think it was probably water.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Once I hit that lean over.
Yeah, it was.
I was-
done.
It was like lean
he
with a
was-
rock with it.
yeah,
Cause he
I
was
was-
just.
he was out. Yeah, he's like,
grabbed
yo,
my
man.
water and I said, yeah, man, I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Yo.
You were sweating.
And people
Oh,
thought it was a
man.
joke.
Nah, yo, he was in that bathroom for like an hour and a half.
I was gone.
You had one too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
both did. I
it
wasn't gonna do it
yeah.
by
It
myself.
looked like you got lip fillers.
Yeah, because my shit was so. I'm telling you, yo, shit was so red. Yo, at this
I
point,
need a chip like
Right?
that.
Because let me just get the chip for the lips.
No, we don't need lip fillers over here. Relax.
right? Nah, that shit was pretty rough.
No,
Oh
no.
my-
So what happened? It hit my stomach. So it was hot, and that's
So you each had one, or
Yep,
it was like
we each had one. Yep. So then when it hit my stomach, that was when it was like fire in my stomach.
See, I
Like,
wish at
legit
this
fire.
point. Oh, he didn't have it yet. There we go. I wish he would have had the glasses off.
I
to
was
see
gonna
his
say
eyes.
even his glasses
Oh,
went off.
I
He's
did
like,
this, and I threw it
At
on the
one
ground.
point,
I threw it on the ground. I said, "Fuck this."
I had mine in like little
you-
pieces. But I had
yours
it,
was
though.
pretty big. Or,
I was like that big.
and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's not that bad."
And you
No, I
ate
was-
yours in one?
I
He
know.
just
Oh.
yeah.
Because I knew what I was in for. Joe's like, "Oh, I don't think this is that bad."
I didn't think it was gonna be that
I
bad.
didn't think it's that. I said, "Fam,
Yo,
you're gonna be in for a
I-
ride."
Would
That's
you
my
do it
second
again?
time. That's my
Oh,
sec-
that's
oh
the
no, that's it. That was
that's
it.
it?
No.
That was my second time.
The first one wasn't that bad though.
The first one was because he got a
Isn't-
different box.
Wait, yeah. Isn't there like a blue one or like a?
You see what I'm fucking talking about, Joe? Why does she know about this?
I mean,
Yo.
So there was
I
a
don't
red.
know,
So I
that's-
had the red one, and then he bought the blue one. The blue one is worse than the red one.
Really?
Yes. So I was like, oh, it's just like the same one. So I ate it.
You said this is cool. What is it? Cool Ranch Doritos, whatever.
I don't know. There was no flavor. It was just like elevation. And then, the blue one is worse. I was like, are you like the red is just crazy. The entry level. I said, oh my God, Joe.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Like, all jokes aside, it was that bad that I'm surprised they sell it.
Really?
Someone recently died.
No, that's insane.
Yeah, and seriously,
I think like people they just get so consumed with what they see in TikTok.
I don't know how that got popular.
It's crazy. Like, I saw something, the chamoy pickle. Like, my niece has been crazy.
What is that?
It's like a pickle, and it's like red with all the chamoy and tahine. I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that. Like, it ain't my cup of tea. But yeah, it's like now everything that people see on TikTok is like, we gotta try. If it's in TikTok, it went viral. Let me go viral, and it's like. Is it that serious?
It's that. So that's why a lot of these companies are pushing money towards TikTok and not on Instagram, because it's very easy to influence a group of people.
Very easy. Yeah. I've been seeing now, it's like a perfume. It's like this oil, and it comes like in this little cute little bottle, and all my feed is that perfume, and I'm like, is it really that good? You start questioning. They get you. They get into your head.
Right. And
TikTok does it to you.
And you're just like, damn, how did they do it? Once they start introducing smell through the phones, like they just start to emit smell, it's game over. They got all your senses.
Yeah. No, it's true. So
true. Right.
I just gave a gem.
Are you on TikTok at all?
I am.
Where can they find you on TikTok?
So I'm on TikTok as Demi Cuisine. I gotta post more, but where you could really find a lot of content is on Instagram. So I'm on Instagram as Demi Cuisine, D_MI_cuisine, CUISINE. Okay, so check out your girl.
I think we got to do a part 2, but we got to actually do it in the kitchen, like
we got to
while you're cooking.
I bring my chef coat and we get down to it. I am down. Let's do it. Listen, you see the hair down and up, but when I get to it, I get to it.
All right.
Yes, we gotta do it, and then we're gonna have what we should do, like, what would be cool, like cook and blindfold to see if we could actually like.
That was a challenge that we had.
Was that a TikTok challenge?
No, it was something we were doing, like a cook off. That's what we were gonna talk. It was like a chili cook off that we had mentioned before.
We were gonna do that.
It was gonna be a chili cook off.
That would be dope.
I actually I do content for this pizzeria in town, and I had to make a pizza with a blindfold.
Now that is interesting.
Really?
Yeah, he did a pretty damn good job.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So like something simple, like what is it, like if you could make like avocado toast?
Yeah, I know.
Blindfolded. Something that doesn't require.
There's this I think it's in Russia or something. I saw like on TikTok not too long ago. They blindfold him and he cuts.
Oh, fuck that.
And the man is just like.
Oh, he practiced.
It's like, and it's like, wow.
And what was he cutting?
He cutting onions, tomatoes, pepper, anything.
Cooking?
Yeah, he's cooking them and then he's throwing them like in a pot. But the speed of this man, and he's like blindfolded. I'm like.
Oh, so they said we don't care if you can't see. You're gonna be in this kitchen.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe he was able to see through that shit.
Just to show you there ain't no excuse. You can see or not. You gonna work.
maybe he was able to see through that shit. I don't know.
Maybe because
when I did it at the pizzeria, I like triple blindfolded that dude. I said, "No, you really ain't gonna see."
And what pizza did he make?
Oh, he made like a plain pie, like a regular.
And he did good.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, Napoli pizza, y'all. Shout out to JoJo.
Okay.
But
we got some challenges though.
Right.
Now, at the end of the show, normally we do is we have everyone shout out something they think is dope and slept on. But I think let's switch it up a little bit. And since this has been like a food episode, what food do you think is slept on out here? I know. What you got?
Moment of silence. Okay.
Yeah.
Food that's slept on?
Yeah.
Thai food for me. I think Thai food is slept on.
You think it's slept on?
Yeah,
really?
I really think it's slept. But it's good because it's at an affordable price. Because anything popular, that shit goes up. So I'd rather it just be like under the radar, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But it is slept on, though. That to me, in my opinion, that's it.
I think I can agree because you don't really hear a lot of people like
right.
And Thai food it's amazing.
Right.
It's amazing, but you don't hear people like gravitating towards that. I think another thing. I mean now it's kind of become like more of. So I wouldn't say it's slept on. I was gonna say Mediterranean food. But like Lebanese cuisine and things of that nature. I think people frequently don't accustom going out to eat that. And I think the flavors are so rich, are so fresh, and honestly, it's one of my favorite cuisines. Honestly,
just gotta put people on. See, people gotta start making that.
Yeah, for sure.
They have a spot in Patterson. What's that one off the main street? Not the main street. It's like it's a Mediterranean. They do hookah outside. It's like outside.
Beirut, is it Beirut?
Is it? Is it? It starts with a Lavaza.
There we go. There we go.
He knows.
Yeah,
He be there. He be outside.
He's like,
yeah, they have some really good like Mediterranean food there. Like their steak. I said, I test out different steaks. This steak was different.
Is that the way they like season and marinate their meats? Is like they make it known as like, hey,
I'm gonna have to go over there and check this out.
You gotta check it out.
To.
Actually, you were there.
Was I?
Yeah, with me.
He said, I probably order pizza.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I ordered chicken tenders. I ordered.
Right.
I probably did order something simple and basic. But even this, like, when I'm a shout out, it's kind of basic, but I do feel like we are, like, people don't really do it too much. Raviolis and, like, anyone that, like, if you like Italian food or you like any pastas or anything like that, I feel like typically we just go and just get spaghettis. Or penne. Like that's your typical like you grab that.
You know, it's funny you say that because I have some like butternut squash in my fridge. And I saw this recipe that I actually want to do with some butternut squash gnocchis. And a lot of people, you tell them gnocchis and they're like, what is gnocchis? And it's like, you go, like you said, you go to the
gnocchi?
Gnocchi.
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 Gnocchi?
Gnocchi.
Is it the mushrooms?
No.
Oh, I thought
no.
That's gonna be the snippet.
No.
That's the snippet. That one. You can clip it right. The filter fish. No, but so it's not what I thought it was. Okay, I thought it was. I thought it was the mushrooms. That's called gnocchi.
So gnocchi, what it is it's like it's kind of like a pillowy pasta in a sense. Okay. You know, it's a lot of people like how they do it. They boil the potato and they put the flour and they make like a dough out of that.
Okay.
And then they cut it into like little pillows and they kind of they boil that and then they toss it with any sauce.
It sounds like a dumpling.
Yeah, in a sense. Yeah, in a sense. So I saw one. So stay tuned because I'm thinking of
about to put it up. Put it on the ground.
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing it. It's now for the fall. It's like a butternut squash gnocchi. So the butternut squash, I want to roast it with like garlic. And then I want to stuff the gnocchis with cheese. So when they get boiled in like a nice cream sauce, you bite it and you got that cheese pull.
Yeah, see, that's dope and something different. Like that's...
You know, it's like, you know what it is? I think like incorporating like things that are kind of slept on and giving it like a more like innovative take on it. Like, I think like that's where I find the art and the passion for what I do. It's really like innovating it. I think you could take anything not too long ago, I did some Big Mac tacos. And people were like, Big Mac tacos?
That sounds
And
wild.
it's just like, but they were a hit. You know, I did the mac sauce with all the toppings, and it was a hit. So I think it's about like Dominicans, they eat the tres golpe, that is the mango, which is the smashed plantain, the salami, the cheese. I did a tortilla out of plantain. And I stuffed it with all the topping, the salami, the cheese, the pickled onions, and then the pink sauce. Right. So I did that whole plate. I made it into a taco. So I think when I tell you, you could get so creative in the kitchen, it's like crazy how you could go with it.
The possibilities
are
endless.
For sure.
Tap into her page for some inspiration and some fire meals.
Yes. If you guys have any suggestions you guys want to see, let me know and we make it happen. For sure.
Well, this was dope. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Like I said,
it was a pleasure.
round 2 in the kitchen.
Yes, we're going to get down and dirty.
Word. All right, y'all. Peace. We out.
Thank you.
Peace.
That was lit.